I'm down here at the ranch this morning and I just got done feeding the cows maybe an hour ago or so. And I wanted to get them fed this morning and sort of let them finish eating to where they reach the point of the day where they're pretty happy and content to just sort of lay and hang out in the corral. And the reason that I'm overthinking all of this is because I'm planning to bring my little blind or blindish bottle calf down here today, and I want to put him in the corral with these girls, but I don't want them to all be crowded in at the manger to where he might end up getting knocked over or stepped on or something. So they're starting to settle now. They're starting to sort of spread out and relax. I think that we can probably go get him. But before I do that, I want to run down to the winter pasture. I've got a cow to check on and just kind of want to see how everything is looking down there. And by the time we get done doing that, I think the timing here will be just about right. That's what's going on today on Farmer Tyler Ranch. But before we head to the winter pasture, I guess I should give a little update as to what's going on here at the ranch. I've still got the girls here in the corral probably for another week. I think by then I'll have enough grass to get them started on a rotation, and we were supposed to get a little rain shower today. It's not looking like that's going to happen now, but I have gotten everything irrigated, and we're supposed to get up into the mid 80s or upper 80s next week. It's going to be hot, and while I'm not going to enjoy that very much, it'll really help the grass grow. In the last video, I made mention of the fact that we only have 2 cows that are left to calve here, and I said that both of them were pretty far off, or so I thought. And then by the end of that video, I think I said that, oh no, number 44 looks like she could pop any minute. Well, that's what happened. She had her calf yesterday or day before yesterday. It hasn't been too long. So that leaves only 1 cow here at the ranch, or first calf heifer, I should say. I can tell that she's bred because she is big like a barrel, and I noticed that she has some discharge coming out of her vulva every once in a while. This is her right here, as a matter of fact. For my normal calving schedule, she's still kind of right on time, so we'll give her a chance. But there are a few other cows over at the winter pasture that I think might go to the sale this week, just because the feed's getting short over there and they still haven't had calves yet. All right, we're rolling up on the herd right here, and there's a few cows that are left to calve over here. There's one in particular that I'm kind of expecting soon. Well, I think I see my suspect cow laying here in the herd, but she's got a pretty clean looking calf laying next to her, so we'll just kind of have to try to determine whether or not that's actually hers or if it's just one that she's babysitting. I'm pretty sure that's hers. She's kind of giving me that look, like back off, this is my new baby. And the way it's laying with her like that, it, is just like a new baby would do with its mom. As I look behind her here though, I can see that she's got a little bit of discharge hanging out of her. So that's a pretty good indicator that she's recently had a calf. As I look at this calf, you can see how its navel is red and wet and fresh looking. So that's a dead giveaway that this calf is, I'd say, within 24 hours old. Yeah, that's about all the proof I need. You gonna come say hi? I don't think your mama's gonna like that too much. So number 42, the cow that was in question, did have a calf. There's no doubt. I'd counted. Everything checks out. I can tell that that's hers. So that leaves 4 cows here that have not had calves yet. Number 30, number 41, number 19, and number 4. My plan up to this point was to sort of reevaluate whatever cattle haven't had calves yet, or the 2 that lost calves over here, and decide if I wanted to keep them through the following year. Because if I'm not going to keep them, now is a good time to get rid of them, because my feed's getting short over here and cull cow prices are actually pretty good right now. Depending on what the weather and what the feed does over here will really kind of influence my decision as to whether or not I want to get rid of these cows right now. The two that lost their calves, I think are definitely going to go. Whether or not it's going to be worth it to haul them down there, just the two of them, or if I want to wait a little bit longer to see what happens with these other girls, I'm not really sure. But if the feed is looking scarce, then yeah, they're probably going to go here in a couple of days. So yeah, at this point I'm just kind of undecided on it, but these are the girls that are getting looked at hard with a critical eye, and we'll just kind of see what things look like in a few days. But for now, that's about all we can do over here, so let's head back home and get the little bottle calf loaded up into the trailer. And I think we're going to run him down to the corral today and see how he can kind of mix and mingle in with the other calves and cows over there. I'm back here at the house now, and I've got my little utility trailer hooked up to the side-by-side. And yes, the calf is actually in the stock trailer as we speak, but the amount of time it takes to get the truck hooked up and pull out, you know, everything, it's a lot for one little calf. This is going to be a lot easier. I'll just go grab him out of the stock trailer and put him in the back here, and we'll run him down there. Before I put the calf in the trailer, I'm gonna try to spray some of this Vetricin into his eye. A lot of you guys suggested that that might help him see, and one of you even, I think, sent me an email saying that you had a calf that was born in this condition, and treating him as if he had pink eye seemed to help him out. So it sounds like it won't work, but if it's worked for some people, then I guess it's worth a try. There he is. There we go. I will have to say, looking at him closely here, it looks like his eye with the white spot is, the white spot's getting smaller. So, I don't know. I mean, it's such a long shot that he might start to see again. But, you know, we're going to try. That's all we can do here. Making progress. You can see he's pretty alert and up and moving around. So, let's go see what he does with the other cows. The other cows seem to know something's up, and I don't know if they can smell him in there or what, but they have gotten very curious about what this trailer is and why it's here. I can see that the little calf is sniffing the air, and I'm sure he can smell the other cows here, and I know he can hear them as well, but whether or not he knows what another cow should even sound like, I'm not sure if that's instinctual or learned, but if it's learned, then these are all new noises for him. Hopefully that sound is comforting and familiar to him. kind of letting them get acquainted here through the fence so that when I do finally put him out there, they don't all just swarm him, because I'm not really sure how he would react to that. And this just seems like a little bit of a smoother transition, so we'll just kind of let them sniff him through the gate here, and he sniffs them, and you know, everybody's just getting to know each other. Interest seems to be dying down a little bit. I think it's a good time to open the gate and put him out there. After a little bit of exploration and a lot of introductions, looks like he's decided to take a little break here in the corner. I will say that as he walked around out here and all the other cows were sniffing him, and he's just kind of getting a feel for his surroundings, I think. I never once saw him bump into a cow or run into the water trough or the fence or anything. He always kind of seemed to know that they were there. Now granted, he's being very cautious as he moves around, as I'm sure he's learned to do, and maybe he could smell those things before he bumped into them, and that was what enables him to avoid them that way. I'm just not really sure yet. I think he's going to be a little better off in here. He's not going to be nursing off of any of these cows, but he's always going to have company and friends, and you know, as a herding animal, I think that's got to be comforting for him. So I'm going to let him rest here for a little while, bring him a bottle back here in a couple of hours when I would usually feed him, and we'll see how he's doing then. It's actually been a few days now. I think, well, when I last filmed, I believe I left it by saying we were going to come back and check on the calf in the afternoon, which I did, but I didn't bring my camera. So it's been a couple of days. He's been in the corral here with the other cows, and not a whole lot has changed. I've got about a half a bottle here that I'm going to give him. It's a midday feeding, which isn't particularly normal. I fed him a little bit this morning, and I thought he didn't consume as much as I kind of would have liked to see him do. So I'm going to offer this to him again and see if he wants a little bit more. Don't feel like his vision is really getting any better. I actually brought some more medicine for him today, and the white spot on his eye, it's getting smaller, but he just doesn't seem to see. Like right now, I know he can hear me talking, so he knows that he's about to get fed, but well, he's kind of talking to this other little calf here. Hey, little one, you want a snack? See, like right there, he'll just sit there and lick his lips like that. I know that he's wanting something to eat. I hold that bottle right in front of his face, and he just won't take a step and grab it. Like even now, he took a step, but he can't find the nipple until I kind of touch his nose. I don't know. I kept hoping that his eyes would get better. I'm gonna treat him, you know, for well, the same way I would do like for pink eye. I'm gonna do that again today, and you know, we'll just kind of have to keep crossing our fingers, I guess. I don't know. I'm not really feeling very optimistic about him. I guess I'm just hanging on to the hope that he can gain some vision. He just needs a little bit, and then I think his condition would greatly improve. But at some point, if he's just not getting better, then I'm probably gonna have to accept the fact that he just may not. I'm not quite ready to give up on him yet. I'm gonna give him a little bit more time, but right now, I'll just be honest with you guys, it's not looking good for him. Thanks for hanging out with me today, guys, and I hope I'll see you again on Farmer Tyler Ranch.